Hello, my name is Jennifer Little-Kegler, and I am an academic librarian who works at the College at Brockport. Actually, now we're SUNY Brockport. Um, I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in English and French from Houghton College, and I have a Master of Library Science from SUNY Albany. I've been working as an academic librarian for 25 years. I spent 5 years at Taylor University in Indiana, and I spent 5 years at USC Aiken in South Carolina, and I have been at SUNY Brockport for 15 years. I am originally from upstate New York, the real upstate, the Adirondack Mountains, about 2 hours north of Albany. So I am a New Yorker, but I have lived in a couple of different places before coming back to New York, and Rochester was a new area for me at that time. Instructional design history, I would say when I first looked into getting a second degree, which is often required for librarians in academic settings, it was called more educational technology or educational technology instruction, and that's when computers were first kind of taking off, and there was more information online. You could use the internet. The web browsers had just become they'd just been introduced, and I looked at that, but wasn't able to get into a program that I wanted. I did take 2 classes from SUNY Albany about 10 to 12 years ago in instructional design, but they were geared more towards school library media specialists, and they dealt a lot with media. And I wanted to get more into the instructional theories part, the learning theories, how to create things that students could understand, sort of more how we see instructional design today, even as opposed to 10 years ago. And being an instructional designer for me means integrating some of what I learned into my job as a librarian, or possibly becoming an instructional designer for another second career. I am in this program because this is the one that really suited what I wanted to learn. As I said previously, there also was another online program at SUNY IT, but that one was very computer science, how to program computers, and I didn't want that either. I wanted more of a blend between the technology and the learning parts. I definitely believe there's a connection between instructional designing and learning theories. There's so much that we have learned even in the past, I would say 20 years, about how students learn and how we need to try to help them depending on their learning styles and how they learn best. What ways can we make sure that all of our students are learning? And I think it's really hard sometimes to go from how I learn best to how all of my students will learn better. So I want to learn how to do that. I have studied learning theories. I have been a library instruction librarian for 20 years, but I have no formal training in education. I have done a lot of workshops. I've worked through a lot of different professional development, but this program is what I really hope to gain more information from. Describe myself in 2 or 3 keywords. I would say I'm curious. I'm very curious. As a librarian, I get to research just about anything anyone throws at me, which is super fun. And that's a lot of reason why I like that job. For instructional design, I'm curious to learn how people might find information better, or how I could improve the web page, or how I could teach my classes better. I'm also loyal, and I'm persistent. I do like to keep learning. I am a lifelong learner, even though that sounds cliche. That is me. One unique thing about me, this is tough. I would say although I love to read as a librarian, I'm also an avid hiker, and I'm an Adirondack 46er, which means I have climbed the 46 highest peaks in New York State. I've also climbed a lot of mountains up there. As you heard, I'm from up there, but didn't really finish till a couple years ago because some of those mountains just aren't as much fun as the others. So that's a little bit about me, and I look forward to this class and getting to know everyone better. Good night.